All right, guys, this is Justin back with an engineer's perspective. Today we'll be doing a budget sharpening, relatively, on CPM-10V. This stuff from Spyderco seems to be, I think, average like 64, 65 Rockwell, somewhere in that ballpark. So currently, I'll just barely catch my fingernail. It should be very paper slicey for sure. But we'll take care of that. I've just got a ceramic stone here. See if that dulled it adequately. Oh, just barely cut. There we go, let's try that. See that 10V doesn't want to dull on the ceramic. Okay, dull blade. Alrighty, so this is the Work Sharp guided benchtop sharpener or something or other. I've taken the guides off. It comes with the 320 and the 600 grit stone. 10V is pretty wear resistant, so, well, I guess we'll go full budget. But you can get this 220 grit plate, I think, for like $7 or something, or you can just buy the whole upgrade pack, which comes with the 220 and 800 and this leather strop. But I can use water. Maybe I will. I've just got this water bottle I've been drinking out of. Drill a little hole in there. The beauty of these systems is they're simple, cheap, and they don't make a mess. So I don't really sharpen with water stones out here. Actually, I just don't really sharpen ever. So I'm just feeling where that edge is at. I know roughly what it should look like, the angle of the dangle, shooting for about 15 degrees per side. Oops, sorry, I'll bring you around. Doing very light pressure. See what we're doing there. Pretty near raised a burr along the whole edge already. This Spyderco isn't the easiest knife to sharpen, just because you can see how wide that bevel has gotten. I've done a lot of experimentation on this knife, and it's probably not a very good candidate for that, being that you can't get them anymore. Just feeling for the burr. And then I'm just feeling if it's aggressive, because you can, a burr will feel like teeth on the edge. Kind of discovering my hands are a little bit chilly right now, so I can't feel perfectly. I sure can see, so we're gonna switch to the other side. I'm just trying to match the same angle as the other side. This knife did come asymmetrical from the factory with that edge. See what we're doing. Looks like we're hitting the edge pretty good. I've tried to fix it over time, but it's honestly still, I think, 1 degree off from one side to the other. Got a burr there. I'm raising kind of a big burr, mostly because my fingers are too cold to feel. It's only 50 degrees in here. That's not too bad. But enough, I guess, where my fingers can't feel very good. Okay. So I think we've raised a burr on both sides. I'm just gonna try to even out this scratch pattern now a little bit. Still relatively light pressure. I can see I've definitely got a big old burr up there, but I'm just worried about back there. Do the same on this side. Make sure I've got my edge good. I keep bumping you. Just gonna do a few finishing strokes. Just reducing that burr a little bit. Very light pressure now. Okay, so that was 320. I'm gonna go up to 600. I really like the 800 grit stone. It's a little rusty. 800 grit stone from Work Sharp. But I don't know where that plate is, so we won't use it today. Okay. So I'm just gonna go until we raise a burr on both sides again. Light pressure, gonna spend less time here. Doing a little bit extra work in that spot. Looks like we're hitting it. Let's switch to the other side. You can hear how much finer the 600 grit is. And I think this is finer than a 600 grit Japanese water stone. It almost feels, it's hard to say because a lot of the 600 grit Japanese water stones I feel like can feel very just sandy. Not to mention I've worn down this 600 grit plate a lot, so maybe I'm just remembering wrong what this plate used to be like. Just doing those edge aligning passes. Just align up those scratch patterns. I'm just doing very light pressure to reduce the burr. Just trading it back and forth now. Some people can do this with their knife, go, but my angle is never, ever right when I do that. So I learned ambidextrously, which is nice. It's probably the better way to learn to use both hands, but it means that I'm not very good doing edge away strokes with my right hand. So it's kind of goofy, but nonetheless is the case. So I haven't been, I'm gonna wipe this off on my shirt here. Okay, so not super even finish, to be completely honest, but it's pretty awkward over the top of this camera. You know, it's such a wide bevel like that. Let's see if it'll I'll just barely start catching the nail. See how it feels. Feels like the heel needed more work. The tip feels good. Let's see if it'll slice paper. Oh, sorry. So back to paper slicing. And this is hair shaving. This is right off of a 600 grit diamond stone. So it'll shave hair, but not very well though. So let's see if we can completely deburr that on this strop here. And this is the leather strop from Work Sharp. It's got a combination of the green compound they send, 4 micron CBN Ken Schwartz from the KME setup, some 1 micron diamond as well from Chef Knives to Go. So I'm just matching that angle, and I'm just trying to dig it into just a tiny bit to see if it catches, just to make sure I'm hitting that angle. I'm notoriously bad with matching my stropping angle, to be 100% honest with you. Was that 4 or 5 or so? And I have had a little bit of trouble with this 10V's burr. I have a little bit better luck with my K390 Delica, and the Maximate I've got, oops, I went kind of a lot on this side, and I'd never really checked my angle, but whatever. For me, if you overstrop and round your edge, a rounded, well apexed edge is better than a aggressive one with a burr on it, in my opinion. Feels pretty. It's very grabby. It doesn't feel like it has a burr on it anymore. You can probably hear that it's quieter than it was before. It's easy to cut paper. I don't know what's impressive. Well, let's see how it shaves hair this time around. Not sure if that was in frame or not. I don't know. These bags can be tricky to cut, but like cake. So yeah, that is taking the 10V from it won't shave at all, or won't cut paper at all, to shaving hair easily. And I don't know how long that took me, 8 minutes, on a work sharp. And I did use this strop which comes with the upgrade kit, but you can strop on anything you want. I just recommend getting a good compound. So you get these two grits and this for 50 bucks, and then buy a bottle of either 1 to 4 micron diamond spray of some variety. You can get those for $15 or so from Gritomatic probably, or Chef's Knife to go. And then just spray that on like a paint stirrer. You just drop on this thing. And these things are great. This is my preferred stropping. I've got a 1 micron one inside the house, and that is what I do 95% of my pocket knife stropping on. So that's all there is to it. Doesn't require a lot of expense. Oh yeah, that's grabby. Grabble. Just shaving the hairs off. So there you go, easy peasy. Inexpensive equipment. You could do that for, $65 or so, and you can sharpen any steel from Maximate 10V K390 down to your Leatherman. So that's all. Bye.